Nordstrom's, it's what we call in business school, we call it a snake pit. You're in with all these other department stores. They're no different. They're not any cheaper. Absolutely not any cheaper. Who's ever heard the snow tire story? Tell me the snow tire story. We've never worked before, have we? We've never met each other, right? We're actually the opening act tonight for Siegfried and Roy. Okay, but no, go ahead. What's the snow tire story? Yes. Okay. Now, I've asked that question, and Gene has been in most of the presentations. I've asked that question probably 900 times. 899 times, somebody will be able to recite that story almost verbatim. It doesn't matter. Who said it's not true? Okay, good. See, that's the next point is, there's always people in the audience who say, oh, it's not true. It didn't happen. Well, in fact, what happened was, it was a guy who brought them back, because a woman would have seen that it said Sears belted radials. But what happened was they had built a Nordstrom's where there had been a tire store. So they had torn down an STS or something, and Biff wasn't paying any attention. He just walks to where he had been. He returns the tires and gets his money back. Now, people always say, oh, no, that's not true. You're making this up. Frankly, I don't care. I've heard this story 899 times. People have obviously heard this story. It's become a hero story. You want people to tell that story about your organization. Do you see what I mean? And you're thinking, oh, we don't sell snow tires either. No. See, it doesn't matter. You want them to tell hero stories about you because it's about service. Nordstrom's didn't lose any money. They went to Sears. They got the money back, right? Doesn't matter. This is. They go and get this. I mean, I've heard stories like this. Somebody said they bought a shirt at Nordstrom's, and somebody said, well, no, the clerk said, well, what are you going to do with that shirt? Where are you going with that shirt? When are you going to use that? And they said, well, I'm going to a wedding or something. They said, good, we'll take it in the back, we'll iron it. So you don't have these, did you do that or not? Okay, so I'm not making this up. So they said, well, we'll iron it. Can you imagine that in almost any other store? Now, the other one I love, again, and I don't want to give away all the secrets to the women in the room, but the other thing that they will do, at least with men, is they will play your name back to you. So you will buy something, and then they will say, and what else can we get you, Mr. McNeely? Now again, I don't want to give all the secrets away, but you start saying a man's name back to him, smile, and he will start to buy you things, okay? Okay? So what else can we get you, Mr. McNeely? I don't know, how about you pick out something for yourself? What would you like? Now, what are they holding right in their hand? Your credit card. But I'm an idiot. I'm thinking, how does she know my name? She's got it right in front of her. Now, again, we laugh about this, but it's true. And think of your experience in other institutions like this.
I tell everybody the story. I don't shop anywhere else for my clothes. Makeup, hosiery, shoes, clothing, pocketbooks, everything comes from Nordstrom.
So I'm sitting in my office right after the store opens, and Eric Wilson comes into my office, pulls out a diamond out of his pocket.
I was shopping Nordstrom late in the evening, and I had hurriedly trying on a lot of clothes, and I made some purchases, headed down to accessories, and then out the door. When I got home and ready for bed, I noticed that my diamond for my wedding ring was missing.
I'm doing my routine, I'm on the floor. I see a lady on the floor on her hands and knees, and she's in a dress. So what I did was I went over and offered some assistance, see if I could help her with anything.
He could have just as easily walked by, but he looked at me and he knew I was in distress, and he handled it.
He couldn't find it after searching for it, so he touches base with our building services team, and two individuals, Bart Garcia and Tom Fraley, along with Eric, go through vacuum cleaner bag after vacuum cleaner bag for this diamond.
Tom and I came up first. Tom grabbed the vacuum cleaner, and of course we got the bag out of there. And
took it right out just like this. All we had to do is just open it up. There it was.
As soon as the light hit that diamond,
yeah, as soon as the light hit it, we knew what it was.
Eric called me and he said, Mrs. Shaw, I believe we have something of yours. And my heart just leapt.
It was silence at first when we first presented the diamond, and then afterwards, in her eyes, I saw tears.
Sure, I had insurance. It could have been replaced, but to have my diamond back meant the world to me.
It's very humbling to see how much the small effort has meant to her.
This really happened. This is real. This is my diamond. This wasn't fabricated, oh, thank you, Mrs. Shaw, for shopping at Nordstrom. This was, I did this for you because that's who I am as a Nordstrom employee, and I value you as a Nordstrom customer. And I'm gonna go out of my way. Nordstrom employees, I don't care what their job is, they all make a difference in the customer experience. I don't care if it's the person that polishes the railing, or the loss prevention person, or the actual salesperson. It's not just about the person making the sale, it's about, you know, top to bottom. It's everybody. I'm a Nordstrom customer because of customer service. It's solid. I'm locked in. You're not going to lose me.